Hey, everybody, good Friday morning. Friday. Woohoo! Hope y'all are doing well. I wanted to come on just to do some short little things, 3 reads. I want to read on the Saudi um, oil policy that they just came up, not policy, that they decided to reduce the amount of oil that they're pumping. The other thing I want to look at is the federal pardons for pot. What's going on with the religious right? And how many people are sick of hearing about who's the guy? Walker. Oh my God, just shut up. But oh, you're forgiven. Makes me cough, makes me choke. Anyway, let's get back to oil. Oh, let's get back to who we are as a community. Let's send some collective love and light out around the world, to the planet, to the people of Ukraine, to the people of Florida, to the people of Pakistan. I hear they're having huge floodings down there. And it's super, super important for when we're putting our love and light out around the world, when we get quiet and we just send that light out and we imagine it going around. And if we get a little hiccup in a place on the planet, just stop there and send some deeper healing energy to it. Oil, historical oil prices. So the Saudi is cutting their production by 2 million barrels of oil a day. Just, it's mind blowing how much oil we suck out of Mama Earth. A little historical perspective. In 2000 to 2004, it was approximately $30 a barrel, okay, plus or minus. Do not go crazy on specific numbers on this. This is really general, okay? 2005 to 2009, it was approximately in the mid 40s plus or minus, and it went all the way up to the low 100s. So there was a little roller coaster in those years. 2010 to 2014, it was in the 80s, bouncing to 100, and I think as low as 60. So it had, $40 bounce in there. From 2015 to 2019, it dropped to 40 plus or minus to 60. Okay. And then in 2020 to 2022, it was a low of $16.55, according to this one site, all the way up to $114. So when I was listening to the NPR station, who was saying the Saudis are just trying to be forward thinking and keep the prices at a more stable level so they don't have these wild fluctuations. He was saying that during COVID, that they couldn't give, that people had to pay, the Saudis had to pay people to take oil. I'm like, what? How is that even possible? But I remember we had too much oil. Nobody was driving. Everybody was locked in. So he was saying that the Saudis are just trying to keep the fluctuation more at an even keel, the prices, so that in the event of a depression or a recession, And I'm like, in the event of, it's kind of weird. I mean, I feel like we're kind of in that right now. And it's certainly not because of any political policy, I don't think. Some will argue with that, but I certainly feel it's the Russia thing. I feel it's the COVID thing. And it's a world type thing, supply issue thing. So, do political policies have an effect on some of that? I'm sure they do. But let me get back to the question because I'm getting off into the deep end here. Is Saudi Arabia, is this move strictly financial, or is it a political fist bump? I just got this image of the Saudi Arabian guy, going up to fist bump Biden and then go, psych. You know how you do it? Shake your hand. Hey, man, good to see you. Ooh. I don't know. Let's just see. So first we're going to look at, let's just see if I can get a read on, is this really a financial decision or is this more political? Is this a financial decision or is this more political from the Saudis? Saudi Arabia, cutting production. And it's not Saudi Arabia, it's OPEC. Oh. This card flew out, spun around, did a little jig. It's the sun card. What does that mean? Financially or politically? I mean, obvious, it's illumination, it's fun, it's success, it's being successful in your journey and where you're going and having fun. But it is about getting ready to do some work, representative by the child on the horse. It feels like there is some maturity, growth going to happen, but it's all about the ride. It's all about the fun, illumination. And it's also about shining light on the earth, shining light on the issue. And it's a positive outcome, like for unity. So I was going, how does that fit? How does that fit in with, is Saudi Arabia doing this for financial gains or not? So let's just keep that out and let's just see where we go. Chariot. So my intuition is saying that this is going to kind of backfire on him a little bit. Maybe it's going to be something about where we're going to, this is another nail in the coffin for oil. That's kind of what I'm getting. Even though it's going to be a little painful here. Oh my God, we're in my little town that I live in. It's 7 something for gas. I'm not going out a lot now, but I'm like, oh, maybe I should have bought an EV. My Lamborghinis, they're just sitting there, they're rusting. It's all because of Saudi Arabia and OPEC. Anyway, here we go. I got the Chariot card, and it's being challenged by the Ace of Wands reversed. I didn't think I was reading reversals. I guess I am. All right, let's take a look. A little iPad stand. Okay, so Ace of Wands reverse. Something, this movement towards stabilizing energy prices may not be what they think it is. They're coming out with a big stick in a big play, but it may, again, I'm getting the feeling that it may backfire on them. At the base of the reading, I don't know, cards don't lie. Heartbreak. In the past, as it relates, is the Queen of Cups. This is a calming, stabilizing, emotional card, but she has a secret in there. And she had, what is that? Who made these cards? It looks like, I don't know, when I first looked at this card, it looked like she had one foot on the land on a stack of money, but it may be just rocks. But it looked like a stack of money, and another hand in another foot in water. Foot in land on money, foot in calming, cleansing, emotional energy. And in that cup is a secret. I'm using the One World Tarot here. So, the past as it relates, it feels like their intention, more than doing that psych out with the United States and Biden's administration, was to actually stabilize. Although there is no money here, it's all about Four of Swords. So maybe not. This is a retreat card. This is, don't stand up too quick on this card. You're going to get stuck with a sword in your face. Again, this goes back to whatever they're doing is going to backfire on them. Okay. Potential near future. King of Swords reversed. This is not going to be the Sun card that they want it to be. This is going to be the Sun card that is going to flip things and change things from them controlling everything, them having their say with everything. OPEC, I'm talking about, and Saudi Arabia, because I think they're the main drivers of this, although certainly Russia is involved in this too. Internal influences, the moon. So they're a little sneaky, aren't they? Yes, they are. They're sneaky. Got people going crazy. That's me. One of them dogs. That's me going, ow. Pain of the pump hurts. But I think from that pain, we're going to get things coming out of the water. Not in this deck, though. There's no things coming out of this water. Except water. Water's coming out of this water. In other decks, there are little crabs and things coming out. Not here. It's just the emotional pain, the emotional flow. And external influences, I'm telling you, this is not going to go well for them. This is going to be good for either the planet, but it's not going to be good for OPEC and the oil producing companies. That is a dying industry that needs to go bye-bye. We need to come up with something better. We are coming up with something better. We're still going through these growing pains. It's still a little moonish energy, like what? Where's the light here? Where's the light in this? Well, it's in the full moon. And look, it's at the top of the reading. Okay, hopes and fears. 4 cups. Hopes and fears. The hope is that we're going to take this offer, whatever this offer is that's being given to us. And our fear is we're just going to not do anything. We're not going to look at it. This cup reminds me of this wand that comes out of the sky, out of a cloud. And our final outcome. What's that? That big old sun card? That's a star. That's what we have here. All right, so I didn't answer these cards. Tell you what, they did not answer my question. Is this a political pull, or is this them just trying to stabilize the oil prices? There are no financial money cards in here, none. So I guess that does answer my question. It's all about showing a little bit of strength and taking the Bam Bam Club to some people moving on, thinking that, yeah, we're just going to make this move and we're going to hit them over the head with this Ace of Wands. Going to show them what's up, but it's upside down. It's not. They didn't think it through. They have heartbreak at the bottom. They have 4 of Swords up at the top. They're surrounded by this loss and heartbreak and retreat. So are they going to have to retreat? Because the King of Swords is upside down. They tried to pull this thing, and I don't know. I think it's going to backfire on them. I don't know how it is, but they have Justice in the external position and the Star of Hope up at the top. I'm not thinking that this is for them, for OPEC. I'm thinking that this is the star for the planet, for us, because we have the 2 star cards, the sun and the star. Yay. So let's just look at, this is kind of a global, and it could be a world news question too. Actually, oil could have been let's look at, a lot of states are giving, for being in a recession so much, right? Or it feels like it, for having all of this volatility in our financial system, interest rates going up and up and up, with inflation going up and up and up, lack of things on the shelf. To me, it just feels like we need to get to a simpler time. And I've said this before, that we just can't keep consuming, throwing away. We've got to get around that. And it feels like that this happened, this consumer of use once, throw away, happened within our lifetimes. So within the last 100 years anyway, right? So we can change this around within our lifetimes, within the next 100 years. Will that actually save the planet. So there was a big push about 20 years ago into hydrogen fuel. And when I was down in Burbank, there was the GM testing facility in Burbank. And I'm like, really? GM testing facility? But Burbank had a lot of aviation and stuff. So, yeah, okay. They had a pilot program where you could get on a list to drive a hydrogen fuel cell car. I go, sign me up. I didn't get on the list. But I did drive one, and it was super powerful. I've never driven an EV, but I hear that the acceleration is crazy on it. Not as good as my Lamborghinis. I'm not saying that, but I mean, throw your head back and stuff like that. And the hydrogen fuel cell, it was really, really fast and powerful. It was an SUV, but still. Is the hydrogen fuel cell, is that going to be a major player in our getting away from the dependence on oil? Is the hydrogen fuel cell going to be a major player? 6 cards. In the near future, see, we got a lot of battling. No, gas, internal combustion, no, hydrogen, no. But somebody's thinking about it. Somebody's got a plan, and that's something, I'm sorry, should have warned you guys, something about a little overseas. Somebody's looking overseas going, there's something going on that we should be able to tap into. At the base of it, yeah, there's the offer coming. Dude, turn your head, look at it. In the past, as it relates, is the oil companies winning at any cost. You all remember the movie Who Killed the Electric Car? GM had that, what was it, Insight or something? EV something. And you could only lease them. And they took the cars back. GM took the cars back. And it was a really brilliant car. Hydrogen fuel cells. Boom. Yes. King of Pentacles. This, to me, is oil, big oil. It could also be, though, I got to post some clarifications on this. It can also be that this new beginning is going to make some people a lot of money. What is this King of Pentacles, if I may? What is this King of Pentacles about? With hydrogen fuel cells. What is this King of Pentacles about with hydrogen fuel cells? It's about a new start, listening to something from an unexpected source. Knave of Chalices. It's about the world. Let me make sure that y'all can see that. There we go. And it's about the upside down Ace of Wands. Didn't we just get that with the oil? They're trying to beat us over the head with oil and how to manage oil and how to dig for oil and prices and this and that. And it's going to backfire on them. So this King of Pentacles is about the oil. However, it's also about the world bringing something new to the world that's going to save. It's going to save us, save the planet. All right. Coolio. Pot. Marijuana. Joe Biden has granted a federal pardon to everyone who's been convicted. I may have this wrong. Everyone who's been convicted of minor possession of marijuana. I think that's the way it is. Y'all can read up on it. I think it's awesome. One of the problems I had as I used to be a boat captain, and as a captain of a vessel on the ocean, if somebody came on the boat with pot, I would say, can't bring pot on the boat. It's a federal law. Get out, get off. They would show, I have a medical prescription for this drug. And I would then go, I'm screwed, because if I kicked him off the boat, he could sue me for not allowing him to take his medicine. If I got pulled over by the Coast Guard, the federal government would say, yeah, we're going to take your boat. It's like, guys, come on, help me out here. I'm just trying to have a business, and you guys have competing laws that don't allow me to run my business correctly. So whatever I believed was a true statement, or what I wanted to be on my boat. Number one, I don't want people high on my vessel. I don't want people drunk on my vessel. It didn't happen all the time. But still, if things go south on the water, they go south so fast that you have to have a clear head. So you get people high and drunk on a boat and things go bad, it just going to get so much worse. But the cool thing about this is I'm not hearing anything from the Republicans. From the other side, I'm going, what's up with that? Oh, because they're probably all smoking pot. Maybe that explains. No, anyway. So I think it's good. War on drugs. Is that going to help Biden in the midterms? That was a campaign promise. I mean, that was huge. Big. That's a big thing to do. And I'm sure he had to get a lot of people together. A lot of organizations, Department of Justice. Because I remember the first Attorney General of the last administration was just, I haven't heard of him anymore either. Whatever that guy was. He was like straight out of a movie on Reefer Madness. It'll kill you. It'll turn your unborn babies into frogs. I still remember that, like, national some newspaper, some grocery store magazine, Inquirer or something, where it goes, marijuana turned my baby into a frog. Yeah. Anyway, so let's just take a look at this. How's this going to be for? Are the Republicans going to be able to seize on this a little bit? Is this going to help the Democrats? Let's just ask that. Is this going to help the Democrats in the midterms? Is this another thing that's going to help the Democrats in the midterms? Is this going to help the Democrats? This federal pardon. Don't lie. Woohoo! Ace of Cups. Certainly going to help a lot of people. Let me drop it down. It's certainly going to help a lot of people. Knight of Swords. This is just charging in and doing it. Over 2,000 pardons? Was it 20s? I don't know what it was. It was a lot. Boom, just charging in. And he's kind of running into the storm here. So is there a storm coming on this? That's what we're going to find out. Well, maybe not. High Priestess. So there may be some things that we're not seeing. Here we go. Eight of Pentacles. It took a while to get this done. It's a lot of hard work to get that done. Kick this up just a wee bit. There we go. At the top of the reading, is the burden. Carrying this load. However, that was this card. The hard, diligent work that was in the past makes this burden carry a lot easier because it's reversed. In the potential near future, Knight of Wands. A forward-looking, forward-riding knight, bringing in passion. It's still a new energy. It's still, people are still going, is this good? Is this bad? Yeah, this is good. It's new. Internal. Does that look like somebody's imprisoned and someone's gonna go free? Ooh. External. There is some worry going on here. Externally. Why is there worry going on in the external position here? Hopes and fears. The Two of Swords. This was a hard choice because there's both sides to this argument. Is there one side that's right, one side that's wrong? Certainly for those imprisoned, yes. Is this that they're worried that this isn't going to come true, that this isn't really going to happen? And then you have your Three of Wands. Start planning. For those of you who feel a little restricted with these Eight of Swords, start planning. Look, your ship is coming in because you have the Sword of Truth. A new justice is coming. I think this is to end the heartbreak. There's the addiction card. There's the world card. There's something quick happening in a new beginning. And this is a review of current laws and changing them. So is this going to help? That was the question. Is this going to help? At least I think that was the question. It's certainly going to help the people who feel imprisoned. I think it is. I think that this fast movement and new beginning and new review is going to help the Democrats. I'm looking at this card, this devil card here, the addiction card, the past card, because this was the former administration. They seem to be addicted to all sorts of things, and we're seeing a bigger world view. That was Joe Biden coming out of the blue and saying, no, we're challenging this archaic law. I think it's going to be good. I think. All right, one more. And because it's Halloween, I am going to be switching decks. We're getting close to Halloween anyway. No, I'm not reading on Mr. Pumpkinhead. How many people are really sick of listening and hearing about that football player? Hang on, lifting up. Oof, it's a little tight. Y'all sick of hearing about him? I am. Really sick of it. I'm tired of listening to stupid people as our elected leaders. I want one of y'all to step up. Come on now. I know you're wise. I know you all have experience. You might not have had your head bashed in by a football player, but that may serve you better. So, Halloween deck. I want to do a 411 on the religious right. What is going on? What are they doing? I mean, it's not a 411. It's going to be a little more specific. Are people seeing through this BS? The prayer meetings for Herschel Walker and his lies, and his one kid who is a conservative comes out and just lays into him. He's so pissed. I don't know if his message would have been better if he would have been a little calmer. I don't know. I don't know if I could have. Sometimes you just got to let it out, right? Is the religious right, are the people who follow the religious right, are the people that follow it, are they going, wait a minute, this isn't right? Are they getting an inkling of an idea that something's not kosher? That's funny, you know. Then again, I talk to myself. So, what would happen if I would do a reading without coffee? Should I try it? Hello, this is Danny with no coffee. Religious right. What is going on? People going, what are you doing? Why are you supporting these candidates? Queen of Ghosts. So this, hang on 1 second. Where's my deck here? Gotta make sure I'm reading this right. Okay. This card confused me. I get easily confused. Queen of Ghosts, it's not about pumpkins. Pumpkins are money. Pumpkins are pentacles. This is cups. Queen of Ghosts. So some information is coming out of a pumpkin head. And for those who are new to me reading the Halloween deck, Mr. Pumpkinhead, the Ace of Pumpkins, is my card for the former guy because it is a jack-o'-lantern full of candy and sugar and sweets and craziness. And this information is coming out of one of those jack-o'-lanterns, this religious rite information. Some people would say, oh yeah, it's spiritual. Well, it can't be spiritual if you're saying that the Democrats are and vote for the other guy, vote for the football player instead of, that's not spiritual, that's political. So they're listening to the wrong message. Are they getting it? Are they becoming aware that they're listening to the wrong message? Speaking of, dropping it down. I should have warned you before. So this is the card that I was just speaking of, Mr. Pumpkinhead. Mr. Pumpkinhead has his sugar levels are off the chart. Sugar makes you crazy. You can look it up and see the amount of people who went into trying to be nice, trying not to get a lot of crazy comments. Anyway, there was a lot of insanity when sugar was introduced into the Western world, according to what I think. And that is making Mr. Pumpkinhead, the former guy, a little cray because he eats too much sugar. And it's not good sugar. It's not dark chocolate like 80% plus. It's just bad sugar. That's his message. He's upside down. They're getting it. They're getting it. The message is going, oh, you guys are just a little too crazy. This is just a little too crazy to think about. We have giving and receiving, 6 of pumpkins at the base. It's just not a one-sided. There's got to be 2 sides, and they're starting to see that. In the past, as it relates, is the 7 of imps. Okay, in the 7 of imps is, in other decks, is the 7 of wands. And this is a little bit of a defense, but in this deck, they're looking at the house that's up on the hill. That's okay. So I had to pause and take a look at this a little bit better. Okay, the house on the hill. It could be a church. This is the church of the evangelical, and the imps are pointing up at, this is the way, this is the truth. And you have the one guy looking at it, the one white-faced kid, new, naive, going, oh, okay, but it came out upside down. So their message is getting twisted. At the top of the reading, this is for entertainment purposes only. we get the Empress reversed. A lot of times, the wife of Frankenstein isn't all what she appears to be, and she's all about Russian money. Has Russian money gone into that in the potential near future? We have the 10 of Imps. This is carrying the big load. This is grabbing up your congregation, keeping them all in a pile. However, it's upside down and he's dropping some. Kick this over. So I mean, look at, he dropped that one right on his head. Bonk. Ow. They're not good stewards. Okay, how's this working? Are people starting to see what's going on? Are these all upside down? No. 10 of Ghosts. The 10 of Ghosts. This is like a wish card, not a wish card, like a coming together card. And it's upside down. They're not coming together anymore. People are looking at this and going, oh, I don't know. This is internal influences, external influences. Are the 6 of Ghosts, going back to a simpler time, going back to a time where people actually cared and loved each other and was not spewing hate and divisiveness and hopes and fears. Woo! We got them on the Wheel of Fortune. What comes around goes around, and their karmic wheel is upside down. And the final outcome, are people starting to wake up? Are people starting to see that this is not all about love and inclusion? This is not about the teachings of what Jesus really was teaching about. It's more, it's all these man-made rules and regulations. We have the 9 of Imps reversed. So this 9 of Wands, which is a little imprisonment, right? Let's keep you locked up in the church. Let's keep you locked up here. Keep giving us money. Keep feeding Mr. Pumpkinhead. It's reversed. People are getting out of that situation. 8 of Ghosts. They're walking away. They're walking away from these ghosts. And in this card, in traditional decks, it's walking away to find oneself, walking away from sorrow to find oneself. And if they're walking away, the 8 of Ghosts didn't make any sense to you. You go, no, I need something with wheels. They got the Chariot. They're moving on. They're seeing that this is not, it's all about too much sugar, too much crazy Pumpkinhead. Their house is upside down. The house that they built on top of the hill is tilted. It's upside down. Let's hope they see that when they go to vote. And I was reading one of the things about somebody saying, I think it was down in Georgia with Warnock and Walker. And the guy goes, I'm a Republican. I can't vote for the football player guy. I mean, I just can't vote for him, but I can't vote for Warnock. I'm like, oh, okay. Liz, on the other hand, down in Arizona, she goes, yeah, I would vote for a Democrat. So I know I'm preaching to the choir here. but it's what kind of government do we want to have? It's not going to be perfect. Either side is not going to be perfect. One side is going to be less destructive. What side is going to be more inclusive, more about loving each other, more about taking care of the planet, more about allowing everybody to participate in this great experiment? That's what I'm about. And that's what I want to see on this planet, everybody getting along, including the planet getting along with us, which it's we're so bad with that. We're going to change that though. We're going to change that. I'm going to talk about that on Sunday. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thank you. What else? I think that's it. Happy Friday. Be good to each other. Peace and love.